गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जुरिडिक्शन एंड पावर्स ऑफ लोक अदालत। सो देयर इज़ अ प्रोविज़न अंडर लीगल सर्विस अथॉरिटीज़ एक्ट रिगार्डिंग द एस्टेब्लिशमेंट, पावर्स एंड फंक्शंस ऑफ द लोक अदालत। सो under chapter 6 from section 19 to 22 of the Legal Service Authorities Act 1987 deals with the organization, jurisdiction and powers of the Lok Adalat. So first we will take the topic organization of the Lok Adalat. So under section 19 of the Legal Service Authorities Act, state, district authority, Supreme Court, High Court, Taluk Legal Service Committee can organize Lok Adalat and permanent Lok Adalat, and such Lok Adalat shall consist of serving or retired judicial officer or other person. So the experience and qualification of other person in Lok Adalat. If the Lok Adalat is conducted by Supreme Court Legal Service Committee, then it shall be prescribed by the central government after consulting with the Chief Justice of India. And what will be the qualification of such other member? That member should belong from a legal profession, and he should be of repute, who is specially interested in the implementation of legal service scheme and programs, and an eminent social worker who is engaged in the upliftment of the weaker section of people, including scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, women, children, and rural and urban labor. Further, section 19 clause 4 of the Legal Service Authorities Act provides that if Lok Adalat is organized by any other authority or committee other than Supreme Court Legal Service Authority, then the qualification or experience of the other member shall be prescribed by the state government after consulting with the Chief Justice of the concerned High Court. So next topic is jurisdiction of the Lok Adalat. According to section 19, Lok Adalat shall have jurisdiction to determine and to arrive at a compromise or settlement between the party to a dispute in respect of if any case is pending before any court or in any matter falling within the jurisdiction of, but that matter has not been brought before any court for which Lok Adalat is organized. Secondly, Lok Adalat can settle even criminal cases which are compoundable. So there is a list given under CRPC Criminal Procedure Code which offences are compoundable and which offences are not compoundable. The word compoundable means those disputes or cases which can be settled through compromise. Now the next topic is cognizance of cases by Lok Adalat. So what does the meaning of the word cognizance? If you take it in a literal sense, it means application of the judicial mind whether there is a case or not. Okay, but cognizance of cases by Lok Adalat means how Lok Adalat will entertain a case, or how, by what method Lok Adalat will entertain a case. Either will apply the case to Lok Adalat through an application, ठीक है, और other method is Lok Adalat suo motu, by itself. Lok Adalat by itself take the cognizance of the cases. So there are two ways through which Lok Adalat can take the cognizance of cases. First is on application. So when all parties to a case with consent apply, or with agreement they agree or apply for referring the case to the Lok Adalat. That means when all the parties to the case agree for referring the case to the Lok Adalat. Now second one is when one of the party to the case makes an application to the court. If there is a case pending before any court and one of the party to a dispute apply to the court for referring the case to the Lok Adalat for settlement of the dispute, and prima facie court is satisfied that there are chances of settlement, then court can refer the case to the Lok Adalat. Secondly, suo motu. Suo motu means Lok Adalat by itself can take the cognizance of the cases. So first, when Lok Adalat will take the cognizance of the cases suo motu, when the court is satisfied that the matter is appropriate one to be take the cognizance by the Lok Adalat, then court shall refer the case to the Lok Adalat. Second one is the authority or committee organizing the Lok Adalat may, on receipt of an application from one of the party to dispute, refer the dispute to the Lok Adalat. Now third one is Lok Adalat shall proceed to dispose of the case, refer to it as early as possible and to arrive at a compromise or settlement between the parties, and Lok Adalat shall be guided by the principle of justice, equity, fair play and legal principle. When no compromise or settlement is achieved, or when Lok Adalat has not arrived to any compromise or settlement, then in such case the case has to be returned to the court which has referred it to the Lok Adalat. Then the case will be proceeded in the court from the stage immediately before the reference. So award of the Lok Adalat. So earlier we have discussed the meaning of award. What is the award? Award means the decision which is given by the Lok Adalat. So section 21 of the Legal Service Authorities Act makes the provision regarding the award of the Lok Adalat. So every award of the Lok Adalat shall deemed to be the decree of the court. Okay, decree of a civil court. If civil court gives any judgment, so that judgment is called as decree. Final judgment of the civil court is called as decree. So the award shall bear the same status as of decree given by civil court. Second one is every award shall be every award shall be signed by all parties to the dispute and panel constituting Lok Adalat. Third one is every award shall form part of judicial records. Fourth, award shall be categorical and clear. That means award shall be given in points and that should be very clear. There should not be any confusion. Every award shall be in regional language or in English. Third one is the certified copy of the award will be given free of cost to the parties to dispute. Every award made by Lok Adalat shall be final and binding on all parties to disputes, and no appeal shall lie to any court against the award. So award is final and there is no provision regarding appeal against the award. If a case is settled at Lok Adalat, any court fee already paid to the court, so in such case that fee will be refunded as provided by Court Fees Act 1870. So our next topic is powers of the Lok Adalat. Section 22 of the Legal Service Authorities Act makes the provision in relation to the powers of the Lok Adalat, and it provides that Lok Adalat shall have all the powers of civil court under Code of Civil Procedure 1908 while trying a suit in respect of the following matters. So first one is power to summon and enforce the attendance of witness and to examine him or her on oath. So Lok Adalat can issue summon to any witness for enforcing the attendance of any witness or examining that witness on oath. Second, power to enforce the discovery and production of any document. So Lok Adalat has power to call any document or call any of the document which can be used as a part of the evidence. Third one is power to receive evidence on affidavit. Fourth one is power of requiring any public record or document or copy thereof from any court. Fourth one is such other matter as may be prescribed. Second, Every Lok Adalat shall have power to specify its own procedure for determination of any dispute coming before it. So there is a power given to the Lok Adalat that it shall specify its own procedure while dealing with any case. Third one is all proceedings before a Lok Adalat shall be deemed to be judicial proceedings within the meaning of section 193, 219, 228 of the Indian Penal Code. Every Lok Adalat shall deem to be a civil court for purpose of section 195, chapter 26 of the Code of the Criminal Procedure. That's all for today. Thank you.